Yeah, I should have brought a bottle of wine.
Right?
Why I didn't
No,
do
do we
it?
think about it, right?
I was thinking like, should I bring, some paintings, something, but I didn't even think about the
You
bottle
should
of wine.
totally do that. Yeah.
I know. Next time I would just bring cheese wine.
Cheese.
Really smelly cheese.
Actually, I don't like smelly cheese.
I know many people don't. If you're not born with it, I think it's hard to get used to it. Yeah.
Maybe it's like an age thing, but some people like over a certain age they like get into this feeling of like a smelly cheese, you know what I mean? Like, until you're 40, you're kind of really like, what is this? Like, it's weird.
Then I'm already into it.
Yeah, right. So I guess we start with you just tell me more about what you do and your background and present yourself to the world.
Of course.
Yeah.
Should I look at you? Should I look at the camera?
Just look anywhere.
Whatever I want. Okay. So I'm Lucille, 31 years old, French girl. I lived in Paris before living to Berlin. I moved to Berlin 4 years ago. And I have a business background actually, so I did a business school for 4 years. I was working in the tech industry in a startup in Berlin until last year. And last year when Corona hit and the first lockdown, I had more time. I was still having my job, but part-time, so I had more time, and then I went back into painting, and I enjoyed it a lot. I started to sell it, to paint more and more, and then I decided to quit my business job.
This is like the most inspiring story.
I know. I mean, it's still really fresh, so I hope it's gonna work out. So far, yes.
But it's working out so far, right?
Yeah, it's working out so far. Yeah. It's.
So I think everybody wants to know how.
Yeah, I know. Probably. Well, I mean, I didn't know much about art before deciding to do so. But just. Yeah, I had really good feedback from people. People were starting to buy my art, so I was like, okay, then maybe I should just try it out.
Did you ask your friends? What did you do?
It always started with your friend, I think.
Okay. So you're like, guys, do you like it? And they're like, oh, I will love this, right?
But then there is, liking it and buying it. That's a big difference. So.
Oh, this is a big difference. Yeah.
So because everyone can like it, say you're wonderful, and then nobody is.
Last time I invited my friends to my concert. They didn't clap once, took all my merchandise for free and left. So, but they like what I do.
Exactly, of course. So then when you start to put a price on it, then you really see, okay, do people still want to buy it and like it? And the answer was yes. So I was like, okay, then I should just continue. So then what was a bit difficult is that you start with a really low price because you're scared that people
What was your first price?
For print, I don't know, I think it was like maybe 20 euros, and then I was making some personalized collage for like 40 euros.
Oh,
and
that's still,
Yeah, but it's still super cheap to what you can see today on the market from artists. So
where did you print the stuff? Here in Berlin somewhere?
Actually, the door next door here. Like, my printer shop is just here. So that's pretty funny.
You should tell me more about it.
Yes, they're amazing. Berlin printer shop, yes. Really good quality. So
okay. And
really
the prices are okay as well.
I mean, not the cheapest, but for me, quality goes before the price. So I prefer to sell my stuff a bit higher, but make sure people will never be disappointed with the quality. That's
so. Do you draw on the computer or you draw with the hand and then you scan it?
Exactly. I draw by hand. I paint. I do collage, and then I scan everything and make prints out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first you started to ask your fans, and like talk to them, and they're like, "Oh, cool," but do you want to buy? They're like, "Oh, yes, actually, we want to buy that." And they were like, "Oh, crazy," and then so I guess you're like uploading everything on your Instagram page in a way. Yes. And then how did you go from your friend circle to like random people circle? Yeah.
So that took a bit more time, obviously. So then there is, my friends talking to their friends, who talk to their friends. So word of mouth works pretty well. So that was one thing.
You have very nice friends, okay? I tell you that. Not many people have these friends, okay?
I was really lucky for sure. I think also, they could really relate to my heart. So that worked well for me. But then, of course, I started to also advertising, so on Facebook and Instagram.
So you did like ads as well, right?
Yes, I did as well, yeah.
Do you sell it through Shopify or you sell it through just like an Instagram page?
Yeah, so through Instagram, I have an Etsy shop.
Oh, Etsy shop.
Because, I started with Etsy because they already have such a big customer base that I was like, okay, maybe I start on Etsy and then once I have a big customer base, I will have my own website. But yeah, I don't know, it was a choice I made, so let's see if it's going to be the right one.
So you deliver and all the people that come in through your ads, for example, or everybody just goes to the Etsy shop?
Exactly, to Etsy shop, or directly through Instagram. Some people also like to do that, so they just...
Can you like actually do like shopping tags through Etsy on Instagram?
No, people need to go through Etsy. Yeah, there is no direct link.
What type of ads are you running?
Oh, that's also an interesting story, actually.
I mean, because I feel like there's a lot of people on the internet that are just kind of like, we just ran some ads and you just do this. And everybody's like, and then you're like, when you get to do that, you're like, this is actually pretty complicated. You're like, what are you supposed to do? There's so many buttons, you know what I mean? Like, there's lead campaigns, there's traffic campaigns, there's this conversion campaigns. Like, what are you like? What's this?
That's a really good point. And I was really lucky enough that my sister, she's working as an ads manager basically for companies, so she really helped me, so that was amazing. But so I was just running a couple of pictures that people can see, so with my paintings on Instagram and Facebook, and then basically for each people that click on the link to my Etsy shop, that's how I pay the ads.
How long did this journey take to get to be feeling secure about this?
I mean, it's still ongoing. I quitted my job last December, so it's super fresh. So I started, it's like 5 months ago that I'm full-time focusing on my art. So I don't know, maybe at some point I will need to go back to a part-time job to have a bit of money coming in. I have no idea. But for now I still feel good about it. I have some savings. And I know it takes time, so I need to be patient.
How much time are you spending every day on work?
So I'm also learning German at the same time. So in the mornings I learn German, and in the afternoon I either paint or focus on my shop or focus on my pictures, Instagram and so on. So I would say half a day every day is focusing on my art. But I'm really lucky because at the moment I never had this phase where I didn't feel creative. I felt like I don't want to paint, or like maybe because I'm still so fresh into this, but I feel really lucky. Like every day I'm like, I don't have enough time to paint or to do things.
No, it's great. I think it never goes away really. I mean, like with me, I'm a musician, so it's just like, I mean, there's definitely some periods when I'm like not really into like writing new material. But then you can work on just old material, you know what I mean?
Exactly. No, exactly.
But there's definitely then at some point, like right now I'm starting to write an album and I'm like, oh my god, I have like so many, like all these ideas kind of all like coming into the, like sort of feel like you're like collecting this everything somewhere in the back of your brain for a long time. And then all of a sudden it's just like,
everything goes,
So it's great,
I think what's important then is like when you have some ideas coming in, just note them somewhere, because then you forget them. So I always note it down, or if I dream about something, I note it down.
I always blame myself that I never write down things that I find, like interesting, because like there's some stuff which is actually good, or like I would write a song, I like write the lyrics but don't write the chords, or stupid stuff like that. I'm like, what was this? I don't remember. But there's this one guy, the band Muse. So the main singer, the Matthew Bellamy, he said this thing that like he never writes down anything. And if the idea is good enough, it's going to stick around. If it's not, then it's not,
That's also a good point. I don't know, I feel like I have so many ideas at the minute that if
I guess you have to like produce a lot more than, like a regular artist, you know what I mean? So you pretty much have to like, so you're trying to sell, do you sell just one copy of your painting, or you
No, also original paintings, yes.
Okay,
as well. So now I'm working with actually it's an online gallery, so they are only online, and people can buy the original paintings from the website. So I also work, its name is Brutal Art, and so I'm working with them. But of course, as soon as things start to open again, I would like to approach also some physical galleries and ask them can I do an exhibition? Basically, I have no idea how it works, but I mean, I will just go and talk to people, and we will see.
The business background.
Exactly. Another thing, like, it's also like, you know, my favorites cafes and restaurants. I also would like to ask them, okay, can I just hang my paintings in your restaurant?
Exactly. I had this. Okay, so some time ago, I had this. I had a guy here. He's actually an art dealer.
Yeah, I think I saw the YouTube video.
Yeah. And he was just. We were talking a lot about how to actually make it as an artist and how to start doing this. You know, be independent. And he basically did this 2 times because he was born in Argentina, or like he lived there when he was a child, since he was a child.
Okay.
And then so he did this first time in Argentina to the point where he felt like, you know, secure. And then he had to move to Berlin, and after that he did this one more time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So he kind of did the show. And he started basically with the same idea. He would just like go to bars, cafes, and say, hey, I have 4 or 5 different artists and me, and we're gonna hang this whole thing, and we're gonna have an exhibition. Yeah. You're up for this? Yeah. They're gonna come. We make an event. They buy beer. You know, they
That's
drink
really
something.
Smart, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And then just like old people that came to see his friends, also seeing his paintings, and this is how it kind of like rolls.
That's really smart, actually. Yeah. And I mean, you have to try, right? Until you try, you don't know if it's gonna work or not.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You think that business model that you're applying to a specific art style would differentiate itself depending on the style, on how you promote this whole, like for example, to get more. Okay, so I'm nobody and I want to be somebody.
But you're never nobody. Everybody is somebody. That's my philosophy. But okay, I get what you mean.
This is what we need wine for.
Wine, please.
Does it like, because for different things work for different businesses, right? Is it the same for art? What do you think?
I mean, in the
if this would be another girl that is drawing half-naked women, it's sort of the same style, right? Do you think the same things would work for her, or it could be different things?
I think pretty much the same thing, I would say. Like, and what is really important is like just try as much as you want. Like, just get your art into the world, get your art into people. Like, no matter which way you choose. Like, for example, an idea I had was like I made bookmarks with my painting on it, and then I went to libraries and cafe and let them, you know, as a goodies for people. So then I was thinking, okay, you know, people will take it, and they would think about me when they would put it into their book. And then maybe they're not going to buy it today, but maybe later they will be, this woman I remember.
So it's like an investment in it, more like in the future.
Exactly. So I was thinking, okay, I should just try that, and we see if it's going to work. It's not a lot of budget of investment, so I just try. Another thing was like I was hanging on building doors, like a poster with one of my painting and a QR code. And then I was saying, okay, do you like this? If you want to see more, just use your phone and use this QR code, and then people go to my Etsy shop. And I was like, okay, let's see if it's gonna work, but it doesn't cost a lot.
So you want to talk about brand thing, right? Brand personal, with the personal art personalization of
exactly.
art.
Because when I started to paint, I realized that really fast I got message from people. They were like, okay, can you do this painting but a bit more like that? Or
it's more like what the 2 artists have to go through all the time.
Probably. Which is not easy. But then I started to, like, one of my products is basically personalized collage. So people send me the pictures of their, I don't know, of themselves as a couple, for example, and then I make a collage out of it. So I take the shape and so on, and people love it.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's
like so unique.
Exactly, it's super unique. Absolutely.
Also costs more.
Exactly. You have to put the price. So that works. But it's not what I enjoy the most to do, because I enjoy better to do things that I want to do. But I mean, it's still fun, and it's, of course, it's a way to make money. So
So do you have like a different price range? What's your price range actually for your products?
So I think it started at like 30 euros for print to 450 euros for original painting. So,
okay. For like a collage? No.
For like a big painting, original one. So I'm still kind of cheap when I compare myself to famous artists, but of course because I'm not famous, so
I mean, you don't have to be, you know.
No, I know. I just don't feel comfortable yet to put super high price.
Do you have stuff that you're selling for like a very little money, or stuff that you offer that costs you very little money, but you offer to go with the paintings or with the prints that you can they just get for free?
Yeah, like a bookmark, for example. That's the thing I give away, or cards, postcards. Also, people love it, and I always give one as a giveaway if someone buys something from me, because then I also feel, you know, they can either give it to someone, so there's also marketing for me, or just hang it in their flat, and then people will also ask about it. So,
do you have any like marketing routine that you do? In the sense of like, what other small things that you have tried for your business and they work or didn't work? So you were like giving away bookmarks in the libraries, right? Or like hanging a huge poster with a QR code. What else did you do? Did you have like some more things that you did?
Yeah, so Instagram, I think it's pretty powerful if you know how to use it. So I started to learn how to do reels recently. I was really not an Instagram girl at all, but I was like, okay, I mean, it's free marketing, let's try it. So I started to make like reels video of me, starting a painting from A to Z basically, and you know, having this fast forward video. So like within 15 seconds you see me making the whole painting or the whole collage, and that works super well. Like I had like 3,000 views, like so I was like, okay, that's actually working pretty well, so that's cool. And then you have people starting to follow you that didn't know about you before, but because they saw this video on Instagram, they're like, that's cool.
Do you know the approximate ratio of people that like seen the video and actually subscribe to you?
Yeah, I mean, from 3,000, maybe, I don't know, 50 people, so that's still pretty low, but I mean...
50 people from 3,000? But that's a lot.
I mean, that's not too bad, that's pretty cool. So there was one thing. Another thing that worked really well is giveaways, or like, so, you know, when you partner with a brand and then you say, okay, if you follow both accounts and if you tag your friend, we're gonna give away like a lot at the end of the week. So this way, it's a really good way for two brands to gain more followers and more visibility. So
you collaborate with another brand,
exactly.
So we're together with another brand.
Exactly.
If you follow both of us.
Exactly. Then so for example, I was collaborating with a flower shop. They do like dry flowers bouquet, and we said, okay, the winner can win a flower bouquet and one of my painting, but for that, to participate, you have to follow both of our accounts and comment a friend and tag a friend in the post, basically, in the Instagram post.
And it did wonders for you.
Yeah, super well. Like, I don't know, maybe 300 followers more or something.
That's a lot of followers.
So that's pretty cool. Like for something that doesn't cost me a lot, just one print, so it's not too much, but I also felt it worked well because, you know, our two brands match really well together. Like she was selling flowers, I'm making flower paintings. So I think if you do something that is not related at all to your brand, then it won't make any sense.
Does it make sense to do it for just only by yourself without having any other brands to collaborate with you?
That could also as well work, but then I will not gain any followers because then it will only be for my community. So I will just, you know, so then the visibility won't be.
So your sister is mostly like responsible for your advertisement.
Yeah, right? I mean, responsible is a big word, but yeah, she was helping me in my big business.
Yours is a cigar,
But she was helping me to set it up, and hopefully because then it was way faster and.
Do you know what she does, or you have no idea?
Yeah, we were doing it together, but I'm not sure I will still be ready right now to do it.
What is she doing? What is she doing for you exactly?
So she's setting up the campaigns, you know, on the tool, and then also advising me on which messaging I should put, which pictures I should put, because she knows what's working well. So, so for example, at the beginning I wanted to put like a plain picture of my painting, but then she was like, no, if you put, you know, your painting maybe in a nice living room with some nice flowers around, people can more relate and people can envision how it's going to look in their living room. And then we did some A/B tasting with the campaign, and it really was working. What you said, like the plain painting didn't get so many clicks, but the painting in a nice living room worked way better. So then I only put those kind of pictures in there. So.
Do you know what type of campaigns is she running for you, or?
It's conversion campaign, but based on the click on the link. And she told me it would be better to run a campaign on people who buy, but this you cannot do with Etsy shop. You can do it with a Shopify shop, but not with an Etsy shop. So that's a bit, that's a bit annoying, because then, many people goes to my Etsy shop, but then maybe they don't buy, and I still pay the ads for it. So that's a bit of a downside.
So you can't really track with the Facebook pixel, right?
No.
It's bad. But they actually have like TikTok ads now. I actually I registered myself.
Okay.
And I went to this whole thing. It looks kind of a little bit like Facebook, but like a very simplified version of Facebook ads. But you can still like choose behavior types. You can choose interests. You could choose the age and everything, where they live, what language they speak. I mean, it's pretty much like this whole interest based and behavior based is pretty much the same. But there is a lot of different small things that Facebook has that they don't have, like small buttons, small clicks here somewhere, like some things that change, like something. So it's pretty like simple to do actually. I think the only downside is that you can only make ads with at least you spend $20 a day.
So that's not sure.
So
but I didn't even know you can do ads on TikTok actually.
You can. People making it's like, I mean, it's working really well right now. I mean, because it's fairly new.
For sure.
It's like Facebook was, I don't know, 7 years ago or something.
I still don't know a lot about TikTok, but
I'm telling you, it's weird. I think there's some people just not made for this, you know what I mean, or something. I mean, depends what you do there, because there's a lot of people like for example, there's a guy called Gary Vaynerchuk. What he's doing is he has a guy who is a young guy, I don't know, 22 years old, who is following him around all the time, 24/7 with the camera. And he's recording everything he does, everything he says, just literally everything.
Wow.
Right? And then he's doing little videos, put them on TikTok, he puts them everywhere, put them on YouTube, makes 10 minutes video, put them on YouTube, just doing all this kind of, you know what I mean? Sort of just basically taking his life and like just putting it out there. Every smart thing he says ever on the street, I don't know, on the interview, on the talk, I don't know, something, he's just putting it out there.
It's on there.
And it's, man, this guy's ranking for like, I mean, he's like, I'm surprised you don't know about him. So
sorry. But I will check it out for sure.
You should check him out.
But then you also need to be really smart to be able to do that, because I don't say smart things all the time. So now I don't want someone to follow 24/7. 24/7. Shit.
Not me, man. Look.
That's bold though. No, but that's something I learned as well, like basically that everything is content for Instagram. So before I was just, like polishing every picture, really thinking carefully. And now like friends to me, but no, actually people want to see, who you are, your mistakes, your failures, what you do in the day. And so I started to share more and more, and people like to see that as well, not only the perfect picture that you spend hours to put on your account. They also want to see how you live, what you like.
Exactly.
Your face as well.
I think it's more about like relating to your audience, to be like actually real with them,
Absolutely.
I guess like there was before, because I'm a musician, right? And before that there was a big trend in musician being a mysterious person, this rock star who's like, who is this guy? You know what I mean? Like he comes up on stage like, yo, he's playing a show, and like, he's guy, like where is he? In the limousine somewhere. You know what I mean? Like you're like, whoa, you know what I mean? And now since we have all this social media, it's just kind of like, hey, what's up, guys? So I think it's kind of changed a lot in a way that like, I think right now it's more important for people to know who you are, to like relate to you as a normal person, because I feel like a lot of people there's more gadgets and more internet, and more loneliness for some weird reason, you know what I mean? So so I guess for people right now, it's more important to relate to you as a person than to relate to you as a cool guy.
I completely agree. And I think people also want to see that we are normal humans, that we also fail, that we also doubt, that we everything.
Exactly.
So yeah, that was also learning for me.
What's usual type of content that you're using for Instagram, for example?
Yeah, so
this fast forwarding thing, right?
Yes, exactly. So that's for the reels mainly. Then I also
How many reels a week you trying to post?
Oh, I'm just starting. I have done 6 so far, so it's really new. But I try to do more. Yesterday I wanted to do one, and big fail. I didn't realize, but basically my phone was just filming my hair instead of the painting. So I was really happy I was painting, and then I look at the video. I'm like, okay, fuck, it's not my hair. So a big fail.
With nice haircut.
That's not what I wanted to show. So fail. But otherwise, it's either picture of my paintings or me with the painting as well, because I think also people want to see my face, or my paintings in the home of my customers. So I like also to show people, okay, this customer, he decided to hang this painting, I don't know, in the bathroom close to this, or the other one in his living room with many flowers around. So this I really like to share as well. Yeah, I also share sometimes like stuff that I use. So for my collage, I use a lot of reused paper actually. So when I see a nice wrapping paper, for example, instead of just throwing it away after opening the present, I just keep it and reuse it later. For a collage, I think that's really important. That's another topic I wanted to talk to you about, like sustainability in art. I think that's something I really try to do. So also like if I can reuse some Amazon box to ship some of my painting, and then I always explain, to my customer, for me it's more important that of course your painting will arrive perfectly wrapped, but it doesn't need to be super beautiful from the outside, because then we need to care about the planet afterwards. So and I think people really understand it. So that's also something.
How do you reuse the box?
So I just each time I receive a package, if I see that it can fit to one of my painting or print for later, I just keep it and then we use it as a later.
So everything you order online, for example.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you ship stuff actually? Like, are they in the frame with the glass, or are they just like by themselves? So mainly, or you roll them into a thing? Yeah, so it depends on the size, but they are mainly flat. So I can either ship them in a big envelope, carton, or I roll them into a tube, depending. But that's tube is way more expensive. And also that's another funny story. Yeah. So basically, DHL, they have this limit of 62 centimeters, and then you have to pay a bigger price. Yes. But then the box that you buy, they are 2 centimeters higher. So I was that's gonna be fine. And then my box was stuck at the border between Germany and France, because 2 centimeters were too high, so it came back to me. So now what I do is I always cut 2 centimeters from the box before shipping it, and I'm like, what the fuck, guys? Yeah. I wanted to do the a big posters for my brand, but I'm like, this is just way too expensive. This this poster is I don't know, it's nothing. You know what I mean? It's it's printed. A printed poster and it shouldn't cost that much. So you can't really sell that for that price. It's just way too much. It is. So I don't really know what to do about it. I don't know. But where is it now? In which country is it? Is it here? They're printing everything in England. Okay. And they're sending. So my Shopify is connected to their firm. Yeah. To this another company. Yeah. And so once somebody buys something on my website, you go through Shopify and they receive it on their end. Okay. And they automatically print everything and they wrap it up and send it. Yeah. Yeah. I have to pay a little extra for that, obviously. Yeah. But this way I don't have to care at all about the shipping. I know. It's just that's a big pain. Much, yeah. I know. But UK at the moment is a tricky thing, right? To ship things there, or to receive. They have this new new regulations. I think the prices went higher as well. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure. Now it's just way higher. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, not an easy one. Yeah, the shipping. But now I try more and more. For example, now I also ship to the US or to Mexico. Yeah. And then I just found local printer shop there that can print and ship for me. Yeah, and that's amazing, because then it's also better for the planet, because then it's only locally. Yeah. And for me, in terms of cost, it's also way cheaper. Yeah, way cheaper. Yeah. So you manually type them what do they need to? Exactly. Okay. I upload my file and they do it. And basically they send me before some samples, so I could check that the quality was really good. So now I'm okay, I can work with them, I'm happy, and and then that opened also a big market for me. It opens the US, which is
huge potential with many people. So,
but like, so Etsy only has, so they don't really, so you receive an order on Etsy, then you have to deal with it by yourself, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like, I think there was also this topic about being a woman and launching this art business.
Yeah, that one, yeah. Coming back
so
to that.
So I felt like there were a lot of collaboration and support between women that I felt like was really amazing. So each time I wanted to get some advice or tips, and I approached women entrepreneur, I don't know, in either art or no. It was always like super helpful, and they were super happy to collaborate, share, and also like all the collaboration I did on Instagram was like giveaway. I'm being in touch here. It was always with women entrepreneur, and it was always working.
This is crazy. I mean, like this online world just gave so much power I think, to women to like just do anything, because they don't have to like communicate with anybody really. They can just be themselves and do whatever they want.
Absolutely.
They don't have to like go through different doors to get something. I was so I'm writing an art blog on my website when I have time. The other day I was writing about medieval artists, I think, and there were a few artists that were actually women. And I was surprised to see them there, because there's not many women that are popular or famous that are like artists. And why do you think is that way?
So I think
is that because of the stupid man?
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna go this path. But I think, like women entrepreneurs in general, I think we don't dare as much as men. Because since we are child, we are told to, to be nice and to behave and not to dare. So I think that's something we carry on.
Which is good.
I mean, it's good to be nice. I believe in people being nice, but I think we should dare more and not put our own barriers. Sometimes I see it with myself. Like I don't see big enough. So I think we put our own barriers. Where men, I think a typical example is like, okay, are you able to do this? Many women will be, I'm not sure, I've never done it before, maybe not. And the men will say, yes, I'm going to do it, even if they don't know. So they will first say yes, and then they will learn how to do it, and then they will be successful. So that's something
not all men.
No, but I feel like it's more a man thing to accept anything and then just go. Where women, we think way more and put our own barriers. So I think that's one explanation of it. Even with myself, like I have this, I don't know if you say that in English, like imposter syndrome. And I have it all the time. I'm like, but who am I to say I'm an artist? Who am I to do that? And I'm like, stop thinking that. Just do it and just.
I think but I think it's just like, it's also very hard. I think it's hard for a lot of people. You know what I mean? Because when you're like, especially as an artist, because like when you weren't recognized for many years, for example, then you start being recognized, or like people start liking you all of a sudden, like for no reason. Like you were the same guy 5 years ago, like literally the same guy. And now all of a sudden everybody likes you. You're like, hey, like this is what you start. It's just feeling weird.
For sure.
So, but I totally agree with you that women sort of like brought up in a different way. It's harder for them to. I don't want to use the term be stronger, but like dare more.
I think that's one thing. And also like about money. I see so I'm having this call with, I have a Mexican artist friend, so we have this weekly call to talk about business and how is it going. And from the beginning I saw that his price, were much higher than mine, even if we do kind of similar things. And he's like, but go higher, like don't put yourself so low. And that's something, that's a typical example of, I think us women, even when we negotiate a salary, we always negotiate lower because we don't believe we are worth more than that. And that's something he was really pushing me, and he was like, no, you go higher and you put your price higher. And that was really helpful actually. But if I only listen to myself, I will price myself really cheap and really low because I'm like, who am I to have higher price? Where men directly, they don't doubt about themselves.
It depends. I know myself. I know myself.
Okay.
Like I also like quite often it's hard for me to. I think because I was brought up just by my mother. So I didn't really have a father. In my upbringing. So I think a lot in the perspective of how women think. I'm still a man. So I have like my manly traits as well. So like how I approach, like for example, I'll tell you a story how I came to Berlin. Literally just like bought a ticket and just went. You know what I mean? Like I don't think a lot of women would do
for
that.
Sure. That's really
you know what I mean?
For sure. For sure.
It's just too scary. For me, I didn't feel scared. I was just like, whatever. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna do that, and like, I don't care what happens. You know what I mean? So, I mean, in this way, for sure. I mean, men are definitely more. Yeah, I think maybe it comes down to like physically being more, you know, like aggressive or maybe more stronger. You know,
of course.
So they feel like in life they could be more like telling everybody what they want, you know.
And also feeling just more secure when you walk on the street, you know, that's still a thing as well. Like as a woman, you always scared about maybe what's gonna happen. I mean, we are really lucky in Berlin. I feel super safe compared to Paris. There are still
I feel super safe compared to Russian province. Russian province doesn't matter if you're, especially I think if you're a girl, you have a better chance.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, they don't really. Yeah, I mean they respect. I mean Russia, they will respect women a lot. But you don't want to be there. It's not that fun.
No, I'm really here.
So it's fun. So what are you planning? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Do you have some sort of like a perspective on like you are on the New York Times Square, huge naked women everywhere? She likes that.
Amazing. No, I think big dream just being able to live from my art. That would be already like big dream. I don't mind to be a millionaire, but just being able to paint all day long. Maybe in my dream would be to have a studio, but you know, in a garden, so like kind of an open studio where I can paint while being outside and being in nature. That would be amazing because then I could directly paint flowers.
Like a little house somewhere in Barcelona.
Or in Mexico.
In Mexico. You speak Spanish?
Yes.
Yes, nice. It's my dream language. I had to learn German, so. But I mean, there was not enough place in my brain. I mean, if I'll be in the Spanish-speaking community, I think I'd pick it up, you know. But, because I really feel the language. I feel like it's really like my language in a way. I went to a few classes and like, God, after German, it was so easy. I was like, this is not a real language, man. Like, it's like, what is this?
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah. So, pretty much just being yourself is your plan, huh?
Yeah, that's my dream.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So you're gonna learn some more about Facebook advertising, I guess?
Yes.
And try to do everything by yourself? Oh, good.
Probably, and then try to do maybe an art exhibition. That would be amazing to see how that goes.
We should totally connect you with this other guy.
Yes, absolutely. Yes,
see, this is why I do that.
Exactly. Network and connection, absolutely.
Network and connection, Yes. Sure. I picked up so many things, and I think people will be super happy to hear the story and like.
I hope so.
Because I feel like the details are the most important thing. Because
and the
there's so many people on the internet just telling you what to do, and they never like tell you how to do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you have to develop your brand like great.
Okay.
Like
what do I do?
Know.
That's very like no bullshit. Just details.
Yeah, but you really went like underground way. Like you tell your friends and like old friends liked you and like,
by my art.
By my art. Yeah. But it's it's nice. It's nice to have these friends.
If you want, maybe I can introduce you to them. They are nice friends.
Okay, guys, if you're looking for friends, this person right here. All right. Well, it was a great conversation.
Same for me. Next time I bring wine.
Yeah, next time we bring wine
and we get drunk.
We'll have some fun. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Cool.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And I guess I'll see you around. I'll see you in space and unicorns. Oh yeah. If you have one message for unicorns in space, what would it be?
For the unicorns in space?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Gotta be a special wish, you know.
Wow, I didn't think about that before.
Yeah.
Well, just more naked women and more flowers in this world.
Okay. That community likes you. This is how you get attention. Yeah.
Exactly.
Clickbait. Yeah. All right. Cool. Sounds good. All right.
So,
well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mickey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
It was great. I hope you You like it? I hope it was okay.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, like, yeah, so it was so easy to talk to you, honestly.